looking for a different kind of role-playing game, like deck-building games? Check out my review of Steamworld Quest coming up next on Mumbles. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumble. On today's episode of Mumbles, we're taking on another game review. And for the past couple weeks, I have been sticking in the preview category. Today is an actual game review, a game that is already launched for the Nintendo Switch. We're reviewing Steamworld Quest. So let's talk about it. Steamworld Quest is a game that is available for the price of $24.99 on the Nintendo Switch and may come to other consoles and systems later on down the road. But for now, it is only available on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game is developed by Image and Form Games and published by Thunderful Publishing AB. But what is so great about this game? Let me read you the description from the creators themselves. Steamworld Quest is a role-playing card game you've been waiting for. Lead a party of aspiring heroes through a beautifully hand-drawn world, intense battles using only your wits and a handful of cards. Take on whatever threat comes your way by crafting your own deck, choosing from over 100 unique punch cards. What awaits you is a luxurious treasure chest filled with gold, dragons, vivid worlds, magic, knights in shining armor, as well as XP, turn-based battles, and all that good RPG stuff. The game's humorous mix of a traditional fantasy and steampunk robots makes for an unforgettable experience with a lot of laughs. So I don't think I could have summed this up any different than they said. Basically, this is an RPG game that uses cards in order to do its combat. So that's basically what this is. So let's move it on. Let's talk about the graphics, the soundtrack, and the controls. First off, the graphics in this game, as they said in their own description, it is a beautiful game. The backgrounds are beautiful. The characters are beautiful. This is just a very nice, eye-pleasing game, which, you know, whenever something pleases my eyes, I always feel pleasure. So that's a good thing. Soundtrack-wise, this game does a great job of mixing up the soundtrack for enough to the point that Mumbles doesn't have to complain about it this week, which in itself is a miracle. So soundtrack-wise, A++. Control-wise, this game controls about as well as you'd think it would. Controls great, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice controlling game. So in all three categories so far, we've had good scores. Let's talk about the gameplay now. This game is very much an RPG with card elements built into it. Now, personally, I really couldn't think of another game to compare this to. Maybe you guys will know one, but I couldn't think of one. But what you're really getting here is combat based on cards. In this game, you have three heroes that you play or that are on the field at any one point in time. These heroes have a total of 9 cards in their deck. So you can switch out cards, whatever you want to do, but they have to equal 9 cards. Can't be less, can't be more. Now, these decks are changeable and you can build them any way you wish, but they have to be character specific. So each character has their own moves and only they can use those moves. For example, the knight can't launch ice-based attacks, the mage can't use a sword. You know, simplistic things to think about here. Now, these cards can contain a variety of moves, whether it be shielding another character, shielding yourself, healing a character, or causing damage to the enemy on the field. Like standard RPG games, your characters also have weapons and items they can equip apart from the cards that they use. So, for example, you can get an upgraded sword, you can get items to attach to them. You know how in RPGs they have different sets of armor and stuff like that? You can do that in this game. So it does have a lot of RPG elements brought into it other than just the cards. Each turn you play 3 cards from your hand to make your characters do whatever you want them to do, whether it be healing or whatever you want them to do. In Steamworld Quest, your characters attack based on the card that you play, whether it mean that one character doesn't do anything or one character does everything. It just depends on what cards you use. Now, there is a cog system in this game. Basically, as you use moves, you will build up and be able to use more and more powerful cards. So as you build more cogs, you can obviously use a more devastating attack. But it's all about chaining your moves together, making the right move, and using strategy in order to win this game. That's basically what Steamworld Quest is. I can't really make it any more plain than that. You could probably see it a little bit better from the actual gameplay footage that is going on that was taken by me on my Nintendo Switch. So yeah, guys, let's talk about the cons now. So my first con for this game is I would have liked to see them dive into the card aspect of this game more. I understand what they were going for. They were going for something simple, simplistic, that anybody could pick up and play at any time. But I just think they could have used some more cards, some different type of cards. You know, a little bit more of a heavier focus on the card aspect of this game, I think could have really set this game apart from other games. My second con is that at times, repetitive fights are a thing. Now, we all know repetitive fights happen, whether it be in Pokemon or Mario or whatever game it is, you're going to have repetitive fights. But it seems like in this game, almost to a fault, that you'll face an opponent for the first time and then have to fight that opponent 3 or 4 times. And it's like, couldn't I get like a different variation or something? You guys know what I'm saying. Now, our third con for this game is that the story in this game is a bit predictable. We've all seen the story of the heroes that triumph over evil, and this is kind of the same thing. So I would have liked to seen them change that up just a little bit. That's just me though, guys. So now let's talk about my overall score for this game. Steamworld Quest is a really unique game. I don't see a lot of games out there that have anything to do with cards or that roll RPG and card playing together. And Steamworld Quest took that chance and decided to do something different. Now, with that being said, would I have liked to seen them dive into it a little bit better and make a little bit better of a story? Yes. And I won't lie and say that I wouldn't have. I would have liked to see those things happen. But this is still a very fun game. This game has all the charm of all the other SteamWorld games out there. SteamWorld Dig, SteamWorld whatever it is. I've reviewed quite a few of them, and I have to say that it still has that charm that makes a SteamWorld game fun. You know, I think they could have done things a little bit better, and it's for that reason I'm giving SteamWorld Quest a 7 out of 10. I still love this game. I still would recommend this game highly. If you have a Nintendo Switch and are looking for something to play, this is a good game to play. It's good for kids, it's good for adults, it's good for everyone. Everyone will love this game. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of SteamWorld Quest. I hope you guys all enjoyed this game review. I do want to make a quick announcement. I do now have a Patreon page. If you'd like to make a donation or whatever, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps keep the channel running, all that stuff. I'm not going to promote it a bunch because, you know, that's not what this is all about. But I would like to improve some things on the channel, like getting more games and such, so on and so forth. So having a Patreon is something that can help me do that. So that's why I'm starting a Patreon. So if you'd like to, link is in the description. And as always, please make sure to smack that subscribe button, smack that like button, smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.